Hello. It's the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I gotta get this monkey off my back, dude. I cannot create a victory out of the ether, no matter how hard I try. We did get keeper progress on the last one. I shouldn't be mad about that. T8BADXED. This one is all about making... well, I mean, first off, I was just like, it's been a while since we played as Apollyon. But then secondly, I was like, let's make the Hush happen. It's fairly conceivable. It's rare for the Hush to be the last thing available, or last thing necessary on a character. Wait, do we need... Yeah, we need Delirium as well. Luckily, you know, they go together. Hush and Delirium, Hush and Delirium go together like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know anything about cryptocurrency, to be honest with you. Except that if I had invested in it when I first heard about it, I wouldn't be making videos on YouTube right now. I would be making videos on YouTube, the YouTube platform I owned myself. Because I purchased Google with my Bitcoin earner. Anyway, you get the idea behind this bit. Okay, we got like a couple of habits we should try to stamp out. It would really help us go a long way towards not losing. Here's one, stop walking into fire. Here's two, stop walking into enemies, especially when you don't have an orbital. What's the game plan? There's no more habits than that. If we can get that under control, that's a start. We really should have killed Mega Satan as the keeper. We had the dream run. One of the, well, shouldn't say one of the strongest runs I've ever seen, because that is just false, but a very, very strong run that was almost impossible to lose. What ended up happening, whether or not you know, believe this is up to you, but what happened from my perspective is, for some reason, was not able to realize when I took damage. I didn't hear the sound anymore, and there was so much stuff going on the screen, became a little bit of a distraction. Now, is that a good excuse? No. We should have played better. We should have paid more attention. But if you're fighting, you know, Mega Satan, it's kind of hard to pay attention to all this stuff on the screen in the first place. And then, you know, on top of that, you got a little, you know, an ulterior motive beyond that. It's not guaranteed. Let me put it that way. We're going to use Apollyon's Void ability as often as is necessary. As often as is productive for us. Not productive there. I know, you know, there's some people out there, they want to pull the trigger on all these items. They go, oh, it's not a 10, it's not Brimstone. Delirium it, or Void it, I should say. Not a good play, not a good play. We just raised our DPS by 30% by taking the toothpicks. Long way to go to get to a successful potential Delirium victory, no question about it. But we're making progress. We're actually, like, kind of not making progress. I've been playing kind of like trash for, like, 2 weeks. Tried taking a break, came back, didn't necessarily improve that much. Now today I'm doing the opposite, I'm trying to go hard at it. So it was increased damage, decreased rate of fire. I'm gonna do, because we can always suck this item up, I don't really want to. But do you think, on the average roll, if you took 1,000 rolls of D8 and then averaged it, so you had what your average stat change in every direction would be like, what do you think you would get? Do you think you would get a net positive or a net negative? If it's a net positive, it's probably the smart idea to suck it up. If it's a net negative, it's not a smart idea to suck it. It just comes down to, like, simple as that. I think I'm going to suck up the D8. First, I'm going to battery charge. And this is like exactly where we started, except slower, I think. Then we're going to suck it up. And that's much better, although still very, very slow. Shot speed is out of control, though. Keep in mind, we still want to make it to the Hush fight, so we got to go a little bit faster. That's okay. Shoot this, try to get a little money out of it. Strike while the iron's hot, you know what I mean? Like, we got a really, really good rate of fire right now, but we definitely want to show up at a deal with the devil wearing our Sunday best. We don't want to limp into that deal with the devil. So let's try not to take any damage down here. Mind you, of course, if we take damage and end up getting to the boss fight, we're probably not going to earn the deal with the devil regardless, with a capital E. Worth taking, I think. It's not gonna be, let's be honest, most of the time, we don't get hit more than once per room on Isaac. My problem has never really been, most of the time at least, one room dragging me down. It's really like taking damage on every room that has created an environment. It's a little unconducive. I think, you know, oh, well, it already gave us a half-spirit art of redemption, I guess, by allowing me to not get it there. It's actually like the game is powered no longer by the troll engine. It's powered exclusively by the irony engine. So when I say something, the game endeavors to do whatever it can do to prove me incorrect. And that's fine. We'll learn from it, you know? So I'll just say things like, there's no way we could win this one. We're definitely not gonna get Mom's knife from the deal with the devil. And if I say stuff like that, maybe I can manipulate the irony engine into giving me the advantages that I feel like I need right now in order to get back on the horse. Otherwise, you know, we're just gonna keep putting out at-bats out there and hoping for the best. Trying to play well. Admittedly, I'm not booting up these episodes. I hope you don't feel that this is the... When did you learn to jump like that? I'm not putting out episodes and going, I don't really feel like playing Isaac today. Let's just give him a trash one. It's not my intention. Commentary's been there. I felt like we've had some... Inspired might be a bit of a hoity-toity word for it, but we've had some good commentary. Zane's been there lately. But the gameplay has been suffering, dude. So we gotta meet in the middle somewhere. Maybe that's the problem. I get off on these tangents, like, you know, well, what do you think Steve Wiebe from the King of Kong is up to these days? And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, how did I take 4 hits on this one floor when I got killer stats? Trying to do too much, maybe. I'm being like a sportscaster right now. Well, I never played professional sports in my life, Bob, but I think that this is the problem with the athlete who's got a singular focus and purpose in life, spends every day in the gym and at practice. Here's what I, a balding 45-year-old pot-bellied journalist, think of it. I'm describing myself, essentially, so it's not insulting. This is not that good. So I think we go for the angel deals instead. Or at least devil deals on future floors. So we got another rate of fire increase. I'm happy to have it. I know you're looking at this and you're going, NL. What are you doing, buddy? You got to use that D8. We don't have to. I want to use the D8 when our stats are bad so that we can get off of bad stats. And I want to use the D8 when we're sucking up other items, because then we don't have a choice. We have to use it. And I want to, is the other thing. Like, I think I'm erring on the side that the average roll with the D8 improves your run. That doesn't mean I want to do it as much as possible, but like I'd rather not have the chance to not have a D8. Sorry, let me try this again. I'd rather not have the chance to miss a void roll as a result of abusing the D8. So I'd rather kind of take a bit of a modest approach to it, only use it when it's available. Cool it. We got keys. Maybe we should have gone to the shop on the last floor. I would just like you to F off, basically. Thank you. Okay, you've done it. I appreciate it. Thank you for your acquiescence. You know, it's a good opportunity. Let's try this on for size. I'm alright with it. Odds are... by the way, I'm going to finish like multiple thoughts at once here. Dodging, not going so hot right now. I also have 0.77 speed. As much as I want to take full responsibility for all the, like, fairly not that great runs that have happened lately, performance-wise at least, you got to keep in mind, 0.77 speed is leaving you out to dry as far as the Maggie situation goes, which you're going, want to use the D8. And to be honest with you, you're right. The reason I don't want to use the D8 here is because I love having 4 rate of fire and okay damage. So I'm choosing to maintain this low speed and then complain about it later. Maybe I should be following my own advice and re-rolling. But if we re-roll right now, we find ourselves in a situation where we got like 12 rate of fire and 3 damage. I'd be even less happy. So I think we're just going to tough it out for now. Or try to, at the very least. It's not the amount of HP you want to be at when you are on a run where you ignored the first deal with the devil. And don't take that as an admonishment of multi-dimensional baby either. That item is actually fine. With 2 HP, I just don't know if it's what we need to be very excited. So I'm going to try that. Speed up, damage down. That might be okay. And we get to hold on to a charge anyway, but we'll try to avoid holding on to the charge and instead pick it up as is at our leisure later. Because maybe we can get a full charge before our item room regardless, and then we maximize things. So a little damage down for a proportional speed up, I think is the right choice right now. Our DPS isn't really the problem, even though our damage is not amazing. And the shot speed plus range combination we got going on here is doing a lot of good work. Don't get impatient. Good. Good. Okay, keep it up here. 2 more rooms. It looks like we were right to actually use that charge and leave the other battery charge on the ground, to be honest. Gonna get another charge before our item room. This might be where we start to pull it all together. We do want that bomb. We'll go back for that. We want it because this is likely to be our second secret room, so I'm using a bomb there. We got 3 demon hearts. Now we're talking. Like I said, they're definitely not going to give me Mom's knife on the upcoming deal with the devil. Not great odds of a deal with the devil to begin with, but you get the general idea. That feels like a boss room to me, so I'm going to come back over here first, where I imagine we got a better chance of finding maybe item room shop sort of material. You see, you got to trust your gut sometimes. Wow. What did I say was a key to success here? Stop walking into enemies? Yeah, there you go. Let's take that advice to heart. Oh, I mean, it's bad. It's just not a good item. I guess we'll suck it up, and it really, really tanked our speed. This is a great shop. We should go to every shop when we got keys, dude, just in case this happens. Just a actually god-awful speed stat. So I'm actually going to try to get some money, so I guess we'll use our other bomb here. Hold this. Use this. Bad rate of fire, better damage. We'll take BBF or BFF. I doubt it'll help, but we'll take it. I doubt it'll help right now, but we might be able to use it in the future. I'm also gonna throw a little sacrifice in here. Go to the curse room. Remember, we're trying to get a little faster. For many reasons, one of which being that our speed is horrible. The other one being that we want to go to the Hush fight so we can actually have a good chance to fight Delirium. But again, don't worry about that too much yet. We got plenty of game to go. Damage, amazing. Rate of fire, good. Speed, adequate. Remember, we don't have control over it. We can't really choose. If we want to suck up an item, we have to reroll our stats. But if we were not rerolling our stats, or if we did not suck up the D8, I should say, we would probably be sticking with this, or at least we'd be very tempted to. Which means I would probably stick with it for about half of a floor until my itchy trigger finger got the better of me. Might want to suck that up. Oh, this is... First off, I don't even know what this is. Death's List. No clue. Incubus. Absolutely. Suck this up. Don't even know what's happening right now. We also have Black Rune. We can do stuff with Black Rune. I think our rate of fire increased as a result of this. Seems like our speed decreased. Oh, it, when we enter a room, it, like, targets an enemy. And then if the enemy dies, it moves on to another one? I don't know. Well, honestly, I was very needlessly negative. I guess maybe if we shoot the enemy that's on Death's List first, it'll move on to something else. And maybe it gets a... Yeah, I think that's how it works. If we go down the order of the list, maybe they take enhanced damage. It's kind of cool. It doesn't even have to be a kill, I think. We just gotta hit him first. Or rather, we don't even have to kill another enemy to accidentally mess it up. We gotta... Oh, we get a... I see! I'm starting to get it. Okay, so the way it actually works is that if we follow Death's List, we get a consumable. Or at least some kind of payout at the end of the room, potentially. That's cool! I will try... we messed it up. I will try to make that happen. Don't know if it's always going to be conceivable, but... Alright, this guy's probably first, right? It doesn't work if you're not, if there's no enemies on room start. That's life. I'm hoping for a big room, oh, that's pretty good. No bombs? No bombs! Oh, we have a bomb, remember? Well, I mean, we have bombs now, especially, but we also have that. I was really, really hoping for items because, you know, Black Rune and Void are both great at that. Sucking them up, that is. What we actually want to do, though, is save Black Rune for a situation that we could have used it for on the last room, or last floor, if we'd gone through the rooms in a different order. We want to use Black Rune to suck up bad active items. Because it will turn them into probably good passives, or at least passives. Hello, Tomo. Welcome. Always comes in with such frantic energy. We're going to take Ghost Pepper. It's not 10 out of 10, but it's pretty good, and our rate of fire is strong enough that I'd expect it to work on occasion. When it works, we're going to be very happy with it, I think. So again, with this many keys, we don't really have much reason not to check the shop. And, I mean, for other reasons, we kind of came out ahead on this one, too. We're starting to, I mean, in a way, be careful what you wish for, because we got no HP. However, we're moving a lot faster now. Which means that if we manage to pick up enough HP to keep this thing afloat, we got a good chance. Okay, follow Death's List, dude. Okay, now you gotta kill. It's pretty difficult to miss all of these little baby enemies here and hit only Gertie, but, you know, it's the thought that counts, maybe. Dude, you're not getting sucked up. Synth Oil, great item. Range up, damage up, appreciate them either way. Because when we inevitably reroll our stats, we'll be happy. Even if we don't know why we're happy, we'll be happy because our damage is going to be higher than it otherwise would be. Almost dodged right into it. I don't want to give it a try, because it also ruins all consumables when you use Void. So we're kind of, I mean, we're shooting at enemies, hoping to get some just splash damage almost. But the other thing is, if we can get a Ghost Pepper play, that's worth a lot. Good chess? Yeah, okay. Potentially good chess. Come on, Death's List. I gotta start paying more attention to Death's List. It's like Craigslist, but less evil. One makes you small and X-lax. And a key that it was like Skater Boy situation. I said, see you later, key. It wasn't good enough for me. But now I've come back, because one day it could be on MTV. And I should stay with it for superficial reasons. Because I'm throwing, that's the meaning of the song, right? Is like, they didn't really get along, they were culturally incompatible. But, you know, one day he became famous, so she was really sorry that she didn't date the guy. That'll show you. We do want the nickel. Hagalaz. Not trash, because we do have this right here. And I figure I just don't want to deal with any of those enemies, so we get the Magician. Kind of trash. Take Black Rune in here instead. While Death's List is doing wonders for us. Right there. Pacifier. Actually worth taking. I'm not even trying to, like... Well, actually it wasn't, because we're not able to take it really because of the tiers cap. But anyway, I'm trying to reroll items, but we're getting such a quality crop that it's hard to say no to the items that are showing up. I mean, what are we really hoping to get if we reroll what looked like a tiers upgrade? We're hoping to get a damage upgrade. It's kind of a risky roll, wouldn't you say? Hard to use Death's List on a lot of these enemies, I'm realizing. Because at first you go, yeah, I'll just kill him in order. That's the easiest thing in the world. Later you go, how am I supposed to not kill a fly that he spits out with 0 warning? Fair question. Fair question, I would assume. I would suggest. So far, this is pretty good, though. I don't think we're going to make Boss Rush, which actually might be a blessing. Because, let's be honest, if I make Boss Rush, I'm going to say, I'm probably not going to do it unless I can teleport. And then if I see something that's even like, ooh, plus 0.2 speed, I'm probably going to do it. And then I'm going to slow myself down, and then I'm going to be like, why am I an idiot who has made it so impossible for me to make it to the blue womb? So we got to be aware of that. as we make our way downtown, walking fast, stations past, and I'm homebound. I'm asking, nay, begging, can you hook me up with the item room or shop? I wanna watch the marathon of Chopped. That's not true, but I probably will after this. You know, I got stuff to do after this. It's like 9:54 p.m. After I finish this, I'm gonna hop in the shower. I know you're gonna say 11 p.m. shower, 10 p.m. shower. It's a little weird, isn't it, NL? It is and it isn't. I shower at my leisure. I work from home, and I don't get too stinky up in here. Don't do a whole lot of physical labor, as I'm sure you've noticed. I don't know why you would notice that, but you know what I mean. I guess we didn't fulfill it there. I didn't think we did, but... Oh, this is Black Rune. Okay, so that gave us a nice little damage boost. And then in here, we can buy a lot of good stuff. If I'm going someplace... I shower, before I go. So this is what I'm thinking. We don't really want a double diplopia, though, is the thing. So I think we grab this. Or, sorry, we don't really want a doubled potato peeler, I mean to suggest. We don't really want a doubled version of that. We don't care. Doubled black candle. I don't think we want a doubled version. I don't think it doesn't benefit us much to have it doubled. Double 9-volt also doesn't, but anyway, you see what I'm doing here. Grab this. And then no, it's good, because we'll suck up the 9-volt, and whatever Void is going to do for us scares me a great deal. We'd re-rolled our stats, though, and hurt ourselves a little bit, but we still got all these consumables, which I accidentally, you know, walked into. But anyway, that's fine. Let's move along here. I prefer to shower before I speak to, you know, strangers, so oftentimes, if we're going out somewhere in the morning, I'll shower in the morning, of course, but if not... Just work my whole day, and then I'd treat the shower as like, it's a ceremonial end to the day. I finish the work, get in the shower. When I get out of the shower, I'm out of the office. It's like the work environment has changed while I was in the bathroom. It's nothing like, I know some people have strong opinions. They say, oh, you gotta shower before bed, otherwise your bed gets dirty. Or you gotta shower in the morning, otherwise, you know, if you put on clean clothes, the clean clothes are gonna get dirty. You're gonna have to change when you take a shower later anyway, you know? I don't understand. Or you got stinky from sleeping, so you gotta mix it up. Mix it up is not the right word here. But yeah, I shower as necessary. I know it's a controversial opinion. We definitely want this. We have a 100% chance of a deal with the devil, which means we've got a pretty good chance to become Guppy. Plus, we got this sweet cat head following us around. I cannot be mad at that. Look at that face. That's the face of having 9 lives. Literally true. Unassailably true. Please walk down the center here. Okay, my mission for this floor, I mean, A, go fast, because we're kind of, you know, getting close to the clock here. B, actually take advantage of Death's list. Wow, that hurts me when you do that. So we're gonna just disappear. Like a My Brightest Diamond track off her 2006 album. Didn't quite fulfill it. Fulfilled it. You must have to get like several rooms done in order to get it, in order to reach the requirements, I think. For Death's List, that is. Now, I also think if we enter a room that's huge and there's a lot of enemies, I'm not worried about Death's List. I'm just worried about getting through it. D6. Not worth sucking up. Actually quite deleterious. I don't think we want Buddy in a box. If we're buying one more item, I don't want it to be Buddy in a box. Tarot... Oh, it's not Tarot Cloud. It's Deep Pockets. I'm going to take Deep Pockets because we haven't had it yet. Otherwise, we'd probably be going Nun's Habit. There's just no reason. Like, you might think it's Zane. It's actually inert Zane. There's no reason to take the D6 with Void. It just doesn't do anything. It might do less than nothing, but I actually don't... I can't fathom of that concept. I guess it would just be worse than 0. I think it could be. If if you rerolled past something you actually wanted, but, like, isn't that all the same, all things considered? I don't know, I got a tweet, like, 9 months ago. I can't remember the name of Abaddon half the time, but I got a tweet, like, 9 months ago that was like, never take the D6 with Void. And for some reason, that stuck in my brain, so I treat that as an axiom, even if there's no reason to do so. So I can barely see myself. I'm starved for rerolls, so I think I'm probably gonna suck up Head of the Keeper here. I'm gonna try at least. We don't care about what we get. So let's check this quick. We want Death's Touch. First, though, we want to play this guy. Probably play him even a little bit more than this. Because we have 9 lives, I'm somewhat unconcerned. Come on. Don't teleport me. Lock down. Pretty bad. So straight up, do not do what I'm doing right here. That being said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Wish it didn't have to be like this. It didn't. But I also wish that it didn't. Bad decision. Polaroid. Get sucked. Get out of here. I'm so small. I slipped between the skulls somehow. I don't know how that happened. Now we begin the unenviable task of trying to construct a run from these ashes that can actually kill Hush. And I'm looking at, I gotta be honest, I'm looking at it like, how? How are we gonna do this? I don't have a good answer to your question. I can't even see myself? Infamy's well worth taking, especially on 1 HP. Infamy might as well be like 5 new lives. So we're gonna start, our stats are bad. Like, if this is as bad as our stat profile could conceivably look with D8, then we're in a pretty good spot. HP excluded. Oh, we did do Death's List. I guess there's only 1 enemy there, so... Let's give you an extra charge? No, I think I'm overthinking it. But we're on the not particularly fantastic side of stats right now. We'd much rather sacrifice a little speed, pick up a little DPS, or a lot of DPS. I mean, we picked up some great DPS items. The fact that we have 4 damage seems a little outrageous. Keep your eye out for Spirit Hearts. Better. Much better. Better damage, slightly worse speed, which, strangely, might actually be better. And then, like, all of our stats more or less came up there. All the stats we like, anyway. It's gonna be a delicate one. You know, if I'm being honest with you, I don't love my odds of beating Hush. To be honest, beyond that, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't even know if we're gonna get to Hush, man. Like, I've been trying to go fast, or at least wanting to try to go fast for a while here. And I was kind of hoping that card would be mapping of some sort, but... You might be saying, thank God you have 9 lives. And you're not wrong, but if we didn't have 9 lives, we also wouldn't have been nearly as aggressive on that deal with the devil. We probably wouldn't have even taken Death's Touch. Which wouldn't have hurt us that much to ignore it, probably, but... It's more fun this way. And, dude, I mean, look at the stat profile we got right now. This is amazing. We should go back for that money. If I'm being honest, we need all the help we can get. And that could be 1 Spirit Heart on the shop. The key, that won't be necessary. We'll get these ones, though, because we're already here. Alright, Blast Assist. Should melt. Ideal run to destroy this boy. I don't care about what they were going to give me there. I'm just moving on. Obviously, we got a stat weird reshuffling as a result of that. That's okay. We can, if we don't like the stats after a while, we can always move along. But we upped our damage and lowered our rate of fire. I'm okay with it for now. 2 bombs. That's enough. We might even be able to slip between the rocks anyway, but... There we go. Okay, keep the pace up here. I don't think 2 HP is where you want to be for Hush either. That's the ideal room for death list. Hematemesis. Not good. Bob's Brain. Very scary. Very, very scary right now. I'm a little worried that if we took Butter, we would perhaps suck up our own void, and that's like a head up your own butt situation. Like, I don't know where my thoughts begin and my anus ends at that point. So I'm just gonna, thanks for that, by the way, with the key drop in the middle of nothing, but just gonna stay frosty here. We haven't gotten hit since we've come down to the womb, so trust me when I say that nobody is more surprised by that revelation than I am. Okay, so like you put the spirit heart over there, but I can't get it is the thing. By the way, I think we will make the fight now, which is why I'm feeling okay about the way that we're approaching this. So quite a lot of money. We did get Mom's key. I think technically Maggie's faith is worth like 1 HP, so we'll take it. What I mean by that is like, if we live long enough to make it to the void floor, I think we'll get 1 extra HP out of Maggie's faith. That's not amazing. Like, this guy could equal that right here. He chose not to, but he could have. But it's enough to put it over red patch. This is a very manic run we got going on here. I keep looking at this run and going, what's that weird little pixel in the center of my screen is moving around really fast? It's me. That's the joke, is that it's me moving around really quickly. Because I've used so many One Makes You Small pills that I have become the tiniest of all boys. We should open that. We got the time. Mom's heart, again, should melt. And not in like a Christmas shoes sort of way. Got here. 3 cents. Could be worth it. Probably won't be, but could be worth it. Secret room. If it's greed, more money for us. It was more money for us either way. So I'm gonna pop the magician. Why not save it for the Hush fight? Because the Hush stands still. Like 90%, he's a big old blob and he stands still. Mom, she mostly stands still, but she spawns enemies that kind of move around and annoy me, so. Plenty of time, plenty of time. Just focus on dodging. We don't need to finish quickly here. Eve, ooh, that hurts me. That you would choose not to give me a deal with the devil there, even though I had a 75% chance. It hurts me. I really want the Guppy Dream, and you knew that. You knew that coming into this, so. I'm offended. Very much so. I think we want HP. We want starter deck. Gives us a Hierophant. Gives us 2 Hierophants. Pretty nice. 2 of clubs. Okay. Map? Sure. Donate as much as we conceivably can. What's donating? I don't know. There must be some kind of, you know, vengeful ghost back there. It's not a vengeful ghost. It me. Yes. I think that was the right choice. I mean, the thing is, you could have gotten 2 statistical benefits for sucking on him. But I think maybe when we already had piercing shots, this wasn't necessary, but I find it hard to pick up money. Hopefully this means that I find it hard to get hit. I think we try re-rolling our stats once. Are you an idiot? No, we don't do that. Let's do it. Okay, so we've greatly increased our range at the cost of much reduced damage. You might think I'm disappointed by this. I think it's actually, like, not that bad. Although, apparently, our range is still so low that I can't really hit it. That turned out to be very poor. We should have tried that roll before we came in. But it is what it is, you know? This is the thing, we want to gamble, but you want to take away all the risk, and it's not gonna happen, buddy. My brain, there's like a little spot on my forehead right now, in between my, my 2 eyebrows, and it's starting to tense up, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm realizing it's tensed up because I'm squinting, trying to see where my character is on the screen at all times. It's too small. This boy has become too tiny. It's like an Ant-Man situation, but he can't get big again. You know, if Ant-Man could never get big again, he would just be a tiny man. He wouldn't really be a superhero. people would step on him accidentally all the time, he'd have no defense mechanism. It wouldn't be the same. Scott Lang needs to grow in order to have superpowers. Otherwise, he's just small. Now, we got superpowers. We shoot, you know, scythes out of our hands. And it's worth noting that on this weirdo run, if we only beat Hush, we still unlock something. So we've still made progress just for making it this far. As long as we beat this fight, which is looking strong. Delirium is another story altogether, but I'm hopeful that, you know, there's so many bosses you can get down there that we could at least maybe have a good chance to pick up something worthwhile. Whether it's worthwhile by itself or, you know, after we get a stat reroll later, either way is fine. It seems like whenever we go down to the Void Floor, we have an extremely high prevalency of... I didn't even see it coming. An extremely high prevalence of getting, like, bomb-related items. Dude, where am I? Okay, we're safe now, after getting hit once. We're pretty okay, actually, because I just remembered we took the cancer item earlier, which is actually really, really good for us right now. Trying to put us in the lane most likely to succeed. So far, so good. It probably does benefit us to be extremely tiny right now. I hate when you summon things. I wish you didn't do that. Yeah, like this is... The forehead tension is just getting, like, 20 times more intense right now. My brain cannot fathom what's happening. Please land some fires. Land some fires! I'd like you to land some fires. Well, dude, one thing's for sure, though. Like, we had this on lock as soon as we got those spirit hearts. Dang. Because we understated our... Don't be in this corner. Are you out of your mind? We understated ourselves and yet came in and still did a really, really okay job. So we're going to the Delirium floor. I'm not very confident at all. We unlock Hushy. It's not a good item. It's okay. I call him like I see him. We've unlocked a lot of great items. We unlocked Sack of Sacks recently. That's a glorious item that we have right now. It's given us hope. Okay, see, I actually can't kick bombs properly, which is... I shouldn't be doing it to begin with. More spirit hearts. Thank you so much. Alright, this could be Delirium. So we should... You know what? Catch yourself making these mistakes. Why are we going here if this could be Delirium? Well, because almost any other location could also be Delirium. True. But some of them are unlikely to be. So we should hit those first. Because we're really, like... up against it here. We also want to get rerolls. The ideal situation would be to hit a reroll right as we hit a boss, but the more likely situation I'm imagining is... Okay, so I went so fast, I went in between the mushrooms, and then I put a bomb down, because I was going to put a bomb down against the mushrooms. Then when I tried to escape, sorry, you're trapped in the mushrooms. So, guess I got lost in the sauce there. My mistake. And by my mistake, I mean literally... other people's mistake, but I'll bear the extreme cost of it, unfortunately. Being a little overdramatic. No. Like, watch this. What if we just approach this really fast? Nah, we gotta, like, find a diagonal to sneak into. I think we should... try that. Okay, range much worse, rate of fire and damage both improved. So this is 10 out of 10. We might want to just pick up garbage items and not reroll them to stick with this incredible kind of combination we got here. We still have the devil card as well, so I would like a little bit more HP. That's not a boss fight. That is. I'd like a little bit more HP before Delirium. See if we can make that happen. Mega Satan fight actually doesn't really bother me. So I think my dude is just gonna melt. Again, I can't really dodge. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but I mean, I took the pills, let's be honest. I don't know where I am, though. I have an idea of where I am based on where the bullets originate from, and then I'm just... Apart from that, the world is really just happening around me. I'm just an outside observer. You know what? Screw it. Let's go for broke. I know I said I wasn't going to reroll, but, you know, if you're watching this series, how many times have I said, oh, I'm not going to reroll? Of course I'm going to reroll. Our first reroll wasn't that bad. Next one, actually also still pretty good. Maybe on par with the one that we came into the Mega Satan fight with. So damage is worse, rate of fire is better. We're not going to reroll much. I'm only going to reroll as is necessary because we're in a very, very nice spot stat-wise. So this could very well be Delirium, and I'm opening myself up to that opportunity. We got some HP. I think we could have a decent chance to make it happen as long as I literally never have to dodge anything. It's Daddy Longlegs. Dude is going to be erased. Jumper cables. There's a case to be made, I think, for me to reroll this. Okay, again, was it good? Maybe. Our rate of fire is extraordinary, but our damage is pretty bad. I would suggest this is probably not the stat we want to roll with, but I'll tell you what, why don't we stick with it, and then if we find ourselves wanting to reroll coming up soon, then we'll have the opportunity to do so via this battery charge. So again, this could be Delirium. I'm not hoping it is or hoping it isn't. I think I'm prepared for the eventuality that we're going to probably fight Delirium on this run. And there he is. Dude, he was right there, right off the bat. Alright, so we're at 1.14. I don't think we get any extra damage out of using a second Devil card, but we might as well. I mean, it kind of looks okay right now, doesn't it? Range is not great, but as long as we're getting close-ish... Like, we can output some serious rate of fire, at least. I saw that coming. Didn't get out of the way. This is where we should excel, to be honest, because we have the cancer item. The fact that we're taking half a hit for every hit that we take, strange sentence to say, but is potentially like an actual game winner. That guy, I really thought he would have died. That was a stupid play on my part, but... What was a very smart play? Taking the cancer item in the early game instead of re-rolling it for the vanity play. And by re-rolling, I mean sucking it up. Yeah, we're gonna win. Re-roll your stats for old time's sake as you come down to the end? Never. Always. Worse rate of fire, better damage. I think in the end it's probably a wash. If we benefit, it's probably because of super armor is my guess. I'm trying to peep the card, but literally I can't get to the card. The card is impossible to grab because I'm too small. No joke whatsoever to say that the cancer item is the reason we're going to win. This was a big win. I needed this. We were tight on HP for a while there. I think this is a run in which we played okay and ended up winning. So I'm like over the moon. I feel like I got a little bit of the slump off my back. I've said that like 10 times here, but in the last week or so. But you know, I think this was positive. This was a good game. We got Void for every character. Apollyon baby. Sure. Either way. Dude, is that Apollyon taken care of? Another post-it note done. Feels good. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.